All right, well, we'll get the starting lineups here as they hit the field. But welcome to Post 2 Baseball on YouTube. We're getting started here in a league game between Fargo Post 2 and Williston Keybirds. Nice day out at the ballpark. And a little bit warm, a little bit toasty. But other than that, it's fairly calm. A little bit of wind that is blowing from left to right, but not too much. Nice sunshiny hot day as we've had in the past 3 or 4 days here in Fargo.
At DH, number 16, Jack Joyce. At first base, number 11, Ben Sheets. At right field, number 15, Helen Doherty. At third, number 6, Colby Ebling. And pitching, number 23, Carson Sheep.
All right, so if you didn't catch that, I will go through players out on the field for Fargo Post 2. Catching in Game 1 here in tonight's doubleheader is Henry Schrum. Pitching will be Carson Sheik. Third base will be Colby Ebling. Shortstop is Wyatt Kozadowski. Second base is Tate Barnacle. First base, Ben Sheets. Left field, Brander Hilmert. Center field, Hunter Geary. And right field is Kellen Doherty. And here we go to get started. We will see Carson Holter for Williston stepping into the batter's box. And we will get pitch 1 here. And here's the first pitch of the ball game. We get a little hesitation and a foul straight back. Post 2 just returning from a lengthy trip down in Kansas City, where they put together a pretty good showing in a good tournament. Second pitch in there for ball 1, counts 1-1. Fouls another one back, count is 1-2. Now they managed to get into the bracket play of the tournament, tied in their pool, and were moved on to the bracket play. And then lost the first game. We're going to get a ground ball out of play here. And then lost the first game in that, but overall had a really good showing down in Kansas City and look to get back into some league play here, coming down the home stretch. Count is 1-2. Another foul ball straight back. Holter putting together a pretty good at bat here. And Sheik is right around the strike zone, forcing him to foul off a bunch of pitches here. Let's see if Carson can get him to swing and miss or put one in play to get an out here. A little bit low, tried to spike one there, see if he'd get a swing and a miss. Counts 2-2. Another foul ball. That's the 5th foul ball for Holter. Doing his job as a leadoff to see pitches and get the pitcher to maybe make a mistake. Curve ball, going to be a fly ball. In trouble, should have had it, but didn't communicate there. That's all right. That's a tough play for all three. The center fielder coming in, second baseman, shortstop. They'd like to have that one back, but a good at bat, and we'll get the first runner on an error. I believe I may have just forgot to switch the camera there. That's on me. Just too busy watching the play. I will do better next time. So we got a runner on first, reaches on an error. And that will bring up Queston. Up to the plate, fouls first pitch off, counts 1-2. Foul ball is going to be out down the third base side. Ebling's underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1, and runner stays put. So McQuiston fields out, and that will bring up Eden Mortensen to the plate with 1 out. And a runner on first. Curveball misses inside. Ball 1. Another foul ball. Counts 1-1. Pickoff attempt. Nothing there. Count stays 1-1. Good curveball. Back pick attempt there by Schrum. Nothing there, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. The curveball to break across the plate there. Kind of froze the batter a little bit. Fouled one off. Seen the Williston batters doing a good job of fouling off the pitches so far. Count remains 1-2. Runner on first. And 1 down. Ball high. 2-2. Two pitch and gets him swinging for strike 3. She gets his first strikeout, second out of the inning. Runner remains at first. That will bring up Justin Ergens, the pitcher. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Strike two. Counts 0-2, 2 down. Leadoff hitter who reached on an error, Holter, is still at first base. And gets him swinging for out number 3. So after the first batter of the inning reached on an error, we get a pop-up, 2 strikeouts. So there's no hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. After the top of the first, Post 2 0, Williston 0.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
All right, welcome back to Jack Williams Stadium in this game between Williston Keybirds and Fargo Post 2. Batting order for Fargo Post 2 will be Henry Schrum will lead us off, followed by Tate Barnacle, Wyatt Kosadowski, Hunter Geary, Brander Hilmert, Jack Joyce, who's the DH, Ben Sheets, Kellen Doherty, and Colby Ebling, excuse me. And as Henry steps in, we'll get first pitch from Egress, the Williston pitcher. It's high and inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And third pitch is in there for strike number 1. Count is 2-1. Ball outside, 3-1. Ball put into play. Hard to handle for the third baseman. We'll see if what the official ruling is on that. It could go either way. I would give it an error, but we'll see if the powers that be see something different. But nonetheless, Schrum ends up on first base, and they do give it an error. So both teams getting leadoff errors to start their half of the first inning. And we'll get Felber. Evan Felber will be the courtesy runner for catcher Henry Schrum, and that will bring up Tate Barnacle to the plate. Barnacle takes strike one. Back pick by the catcher on Felber there. He's in safely. Count is 1-1. Ball put into play. Shortstop's underneath it and makes the catch for out number one. So one down. That will bring up shortstop Wyatt Kozadowski.
Next up, number 1, Wyatt Kozadowski.
So with a runner remaining on first base, and Felber, who's a courtesy runner for Henry Schrum, who reached on an air on a really good hit ball down the third base side. Kozadowski takes first pitch low and in the dirt for ball number one. Pickoff attempts. Felber's back in safely. Ball hit sharply down the right field line and out of play for strike one. Counts 1-1. Ball 2 in the dirt. So count should be 2-1. Another pickoff attempt, and the ball is thrown away. That will allow Felber to get to second. And the ball will go out of play, and he'll be held up there. So count 2-1. Now with the runner in scoring position. Opportunity for Kozadowski to pick up an RBI. This pitcher's count. Takes ball 3 low. Counts 3-1. Kozadowski puts it in play. Second baseman picks it up. Over for out number 2. But that does advance the runner over to third. So Felber now on third. And that will bring up center fielder Hunter Geary.
Number 4, Hunter Geary.
So with the runner on third, Hunter steps in. Takes the first pitch strike off the second baseman's glove on a hard hit line drive. And that will bring Felber across the plate for the first run of the game for Fargo Post 2. So the leadoff error will lead to a run, and
Hitting next, number 14.
Hunter will get a reach on an error. So I think that one again is one that could have gone either way. I probably would have ruled that a hit, but nonetheless, we have another runner on first, and that brings up left fielder Brander Hilmert. And he takes ball 1 high. Ball outside. Back pick again. Gary's in there safely standing up. Count is 1-0. Oh, count is 2-0, excuse me. 2-0. Brander takes the 2-0 pitch down the middle for strike number 1, so the count is 2-1. Swings at fourth pitch and fouls it off to the right side to even the count at 2-2. Counts 2-2. 2 down. Runner on first. Brander steps in. And the ball gets away from the catcher on a wild pitch. And that will move Gary to second base. So again, runner in scoring position. Count is full, 3-2. So with the wild pitch, Brander steps in. The runner on second. Fouls off another pitch. And here comes another 3-2 pitch. Ball outside, another wild pitch, and that's going to allow Gary to get to third. And with the walk, we will have runners on first and third. And it looks like we're going to get a mound visit. This mound visit, once again, brought to you by Grant Gigsted's Book of Knowledge, Book of Game Notes, if you will. 99% false. All right, so that mound visit is over. And that'll bring up the DH, Jack Joyce, for his first at bat, or plate appearance, I should say, of the ball game, with the runner on first and third, and takes ball 1 outside. Kind of a jam pitch there. Third baseman tried to get to it off the screen there, but it was just out of his reach. Might have stumbled just a little bit in the transition between the grass and the dirt there. And that will even the count to 1-1. Inside pitch again. Jack fouls it off. 1-2. So runner on first and third. Counts 1-2. 2 down. Ball outside. 2-2. Another wild pitch. And now I'll allow Gary to score, and it'll move Brander over to second. And move the count to full. So on another wild pitch, Hunter Gary's able to score. Full count, runner on second. 2 down. Jack right back up the middle. Shortstop makes the play and just gets the throw over for out number 3. But some damage is done. Fargo picks up 2 runs on no hits, 2 errors by Williston. Actually, 1 hit, excuse me. 2 errors by Williston, and Fargo Post 2 leads 2-0.
There are times in life when being aggressive is necessary. It can help you win the game. Being assertive can help you close the deal. Charging ahead can help you overcome obstacles. But when it comes to driving, being aggressive can be deadly. Speeding, tailgating, and cutting off other drivers can cause crashes and put lives at risk. Always drive responsibly and never aggressively. Remember, speeding catches up with you.
All right, so as we get the throw down, we will get started with the top of the second inning. Carson Sheik finished the first inning with 19 pitches. Williston doing a good job of fouling off a lot of pitchers, and to lead off for Williston is going to be first baseman
Bat number 13, Heller.
McCrea Heller for his first plate appearance. And he's going to put one in the gap between right and center for the first hit of the ball game for Williston. And that will bring up Ashton Nikoloff, the right fielder. The runner on first. No outs.
I mean, not theirs, maybe.
Curveball just misses the inside corner. Froze the batter, got him to bail a little bit, but just missed the plate. Nice pitch nonetheless. There, throws the curveball, or a fastball in that same spot the curveball ended for strike 1. Counts 1-1. Gets a swing and a miss for strike 2. That one on the outside corner. So this at bat, Sheik doing a good job of moving the ball in and out. Starting with that, setting everything up kind of with a curveball on the inside corner that just missed, but allowed him to set up the next 2 pitches. And we get time called by the batter. The 1-2 count. Fouls one straight back. Count still 1-2. Curveball in the outside corner, fought off, fouled off again. Again, Williston so far tonight doing a good job of getting to that 2-strike point, but then fouling off pitches after that. And gets him set up on the outside corner for strike number 3. And that's out number 1.
Next up, number 20, Alan Delorme.
And that will bring up Callan Delorme, or Delorme. Is it an M or an N? Delorme. Back pick. It's in there safely. Ball 1. Strike on the outside corner with the curveball. Ball outside. 2-1. Strike in the outside corner, 2-2. Foul ball. Count stays 2-2. Ball just outside. Good spot for that curveball. See if you can get him to chase. Full count. 1 down, runner on first. Fouls off another fastball. So 3-2 pitch. And gets him looking for strike 3. So 2 down.
Next up, number 12, Xavier Clunker.
And that will bring up Xavier Clunker, the left fielder. Wind picked up just a little bit, kind of blowing in towards right field. And foul ball. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Ball outside, 1-1. Two down. The initial batter, leadoff batter of the inning, who got a hit. Williston's first hit remains at first. Counts 1-1. Gets him swinging and miss on the high fastball in the outside corner. Gets himself ahead in the count here, 1-2. See if she goes around the strike zone or if he tries to get him to go swinging. And gets him on the high heat for strikeout. And out number 3. So with his 4th strikeout of the game, Carson Sheik will end the 2nd inning at 38 pitches and 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, no runs for Williston. And that will bring up Ben Sheets, followed by Doherty and Ebling.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
All right, here we go to start the bottom of the 2nd inning for post 2. Up to bat first again will be Ben Sheets, first baseman, for his first plate appearance of the doubleheader between
Fargo Post 2, number 11.
Williston Keybirds and Fargo Post 2. He steps in to take first pitch. And takes strike 1. Ball low, 1-1. Check swing, ball 2. The appeal down to first base, and first base umpire said he did not go. Count is 2-1. Sheets swings at a pitch that I think he'd like to have that one back. He just missed it and fouled it back. Count is 2-2. Ball outside, 3-2. So full count. Inside pitch, fly ball to the shortstop. Shortstop's underneath it for out number 1. And we'll bring up right fielder Kellen Doherty for his first plate appearance.
Next up to bat, number 15, Ellen Doherty.
Swings the first pitch, strike 1. Oh and 1. Ball in the dirt, 1-1. Ball high and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball hit sharply to the shortstop, and it's going to bounce off his chest, and we will get an error. So the third error, and that allows runner to get on first base.
Next up for Fargo.
So with 1 out,
Number 6.
runner on first, and that will bring up Colby Ebling. Takes ball 1 in the inside corner. Back pick again, in safely. Counts 1-1. Runner on first and 1 out. Ball in the dirt. 2-1. Ball hit to right field. It's going to fall in front of the right fielder, and Ebling is going to pick up a hit. Move the runner over to second, and that will bring up the leadoff hitter, Henry Schrum, who reached on an error to the third baseman his first time up. We got runners on first and second for
Next
Henry
up,
here.
Number 12, Henry Schrum.
So runners on first and second. Henry steps in. Takes strike 1. Takes strike 2. Counts 0-2. Ball in the dirt. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside, 2-2. Ball high, full count. Ball up the middle, and it's going to get through. They're going to send Kellen home, and they cut it off, and Henry Schrum gets an RBI. So Doherty scores from second base. Ebling gets to second base, and Schrum gets an RBI single, and we will get courtesy runner Evan Felber and a mound visit. Mound visits once again brought to you by Grant Gigsted's Game Notes. 99% false. And now up to the plate will be Tate Barnacle. Tate Barnacle flew out his first time up. And this time we got one down and runners on first and second. Post 2 looking to tack on some runs here. Fouls off first pitch for strike number 1. Takes strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2. Pitch. Barnacle puts it in play and puts it in the right spot, and he is safe and beats it out. Not much that the third baseman could have done there. The only thing he might have been able to do is just maybe let it go foul, but Barnacle putting it in the right spot and getting himself an infield hit, and that will bring up shortstop Wyatt Kozadowski. Kozadowski slices one into right field, and right fielder goes to dive and misses it. It was off camera. And we're going to see a 2-run double.
Number 4, Hunter.
2-run double for Kozadowski. Went with the outside pitch and sliced it into right field. And gives post 2 a 5-0 lead now. And that will bring up Hunter Geary with 1 out. And runners on first and third. And Williston will bring the infield in here. And he fouls one back. Takes ball outside, 1-1. Counts 1-1, 1 out. Runner on first or second and third, excuse me. Takes ball low, 3-1. Ball outside, 3-1. And he takes a walk. Loads the bases for left fielder Brander Hilmert. So after fouling off the first pitch, Hunter is able to work his way into a walk for bases loaded. So with one out, bases loaded, Brander Hilmert steps in. Brander was walked, I believe, his first time up. Yes, he was. So it's his second plate appearance, first at bat here. And he goes hacking at the first pitch. It is out of play on the right side for strike number one. Brander puts one deep into left center field. And he is going to get a base clearing double. Picks himself up 3 RBIs on that double. The left fielder had made a good play to that, but it was just out of reach. And that will bring up Jack Joyce. But before that, we're going to get another mound visit. Again, tonight's mound visits are brought to you by Grant Kigsted's Game Notes. 99% false, but 100% entertaining. And we are going to get a pitcher change here for Williston, it looks like. And we'll step away while he gets warmed up.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
All right, so the pitching change, the shortstop, Holter, will come in to pitch, and
16, Jack Joyce.
Egrins will go to shortstop. And that will bring up Jack Joyce with one down and a runner on second base. Jack Joyce gets a hold of one, and it is gone. So a 2-run home run by Jack Joyce will add to the post 2 lead. And Fargo goes up 10-0.
Next up, number 11, Ben Sheets.
And that will bring up first baseman Ben Sheets, who led off the inning way back when with a pop out to the shortstop. So we'll see if he can get himself a little bit of redemption. Takes ball one. Takes ball two. 2-0. Fastball on the inside. Sheets fouls it off. 2-1. Ball in the outside corner. 3-1. Sheets puts a ball in play, bounces over the third baseman for an error, and Sheets reaches on an error, and that will bring up right fielder Calendorti, who reached on an error to the shortstop, who is now pitching his first time up.
Next up to bat, number 15, Helen Doherty.
So with the runner on first, one out. Calendorti steps in for his second at bat in this inning. Again, reached on an error to the shortstop his first time up, and eventually scored. Takes ball one inside. Ball foul for 1-1. Ball inside, 2-1. Pickoff attempt over to first. Sheets in safely. Swings at a pitch outside and in the dirt for 2-2. So still runner on first, one out. Ball outside, back pick attempt. Count is full. Another pickoff attempt over at first. Full count. Ball hit on the ground, gets a bounce over the third baseman. And I think that one's probably going to... I don't know if the third baseman had a chance at that one. It kind of hit the lip of the grass and bounced over him, so we'll see what they score it. And they do count it an error, so Doherty reaches on an error. Even though that one was a little bit harder, I could make an argument for all three of the ones that have been hit to the third baseman that it could go either way. But again, if it's hit kind of at you, you got to make the play. So Doherty reaches on an error for his second time this inning and brings up Colby Ebling. Takes ball one on the outside corner. Colby got a single his first time up this inning. Runner on first and second, one out. Ball out, or strike one. Strike in the outside corner. And we're getting umpire conversation with the pitcher. Probably tell him to slow down a little bit. Don't want to get called for a balk. Ebling steps back in, 1-1 count. Calls curveball strike there. Counts 1-2. And catches him on the outside corner for strike three. Been a little bit too far out for Colby to reach over and try and foul that one off, but nonetheless, 2 outs, and that will bring up the leadoff hitter, Henry Schrum, with the runner on first and second. He has a hit and reached on an error.
Fargo post 2, number 12, Henry Schrum.
So 2 down. Henry Schrum steps in. Henry gets underneath one. It's a high fly ball. If it falls, it's going to be foul. And he makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. But a lot of damage done by post 2. Looking at 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at 8 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors. So yeah, 8 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. And Fargo post 2, 10. And Williston 0.
There are times in life when being aggressive is necessary. It can help you win the game. Being assertive can help you close the deal. Charging ahead can help you overcome obstacles. But when it comes to driving, being aggressive can be deadly. Speeding, tailgating, and cutting off other drivers can cause crashes and put lives at risk. Always drive responsibly and never aggressively. Remember, speeding catches up with you.
All right, here we go to start the top of the third. Carson Sheik continues to pitch for Fargo Post 2. Starts this inning with 38 pitches. He's got 5 strikeouts, no walks. He's given up 1 hit. All right. Strike 1. Curveball on the inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Ball high. 2-1. Ball outside, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count.
Thank you. That's it. I noticed that this was a new guy. I wasn't sure where we were going.
And gets him swinging for strike 3. Out number 1. Gets his 6th strikeout of the game.
Up to bat for the keepers, number 3, Carson.
I'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Carson Holter, and now a pitcher. Holter reached on an error on a pop fly, kind of in the triangle of death in between second, short, and center. His first time up in the top of the first inning. And he hits one foul for strike 1. Curveball in there for strike 2. Oh, and 2. Takes ball outside. 2-2. 1-2. 2-2. I'm getting conflicting counts here. 2-2 on the scoreboard. 1-2 on Game Changer. Does not matter. He gets him swinging for strike 3.
Up to bat next, number 1.
So 2 outs.
Question.
And that will bring up Colin McQuiston for his second bat of the game. Popped out to the third baseman in foul territory the first time up. And he steps in with 2 outs. Takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Fouls off. Second pitch. Strike number 2. Counts 0-2, 2 outs. And gets him swinging. So she comes out, strikes out the side, and he will end the third inning with 50 pitches. And after the top of the third inning, post 2-10, Williston 0.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. And playing for all the past veterans who have served, we're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Looks like we're going to get a pitching change for Williston. Left fielder Xavier Clunker will come in to pitch. And we'll get second baseman. We'll move to third. And Holter goes to second. Ingress remains at shortstop. And up for post 2 will be Barnacle, followed by Kozadowski and Geary.
Up for post 2, number 3, Tate Barnacle.
Tate Barnacle settles in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And here we get pitch number 1. Tate swings at pitch number 1. It's out to center field. Center fielder steps back, kind of lost it a little bit, but ended up finding it. And Barnacle goes down swinging. That will bring up Wyatt Kozadowski with 1 out.
Number 1, Wyatt Kozadowski.
Kozadowski is 1 for 2. Last time up, doubled and 2 RBIs, and hits one just foul down the third base line. And Wyatt gets a hold of one here. It's up in the air, out to the left fielder underneath it for out number 2.
Batting for post 2, number 4, Hunter Geary.
And that will bring up Hunter Geary. So 2 down, Hunter settles in, takes ball 1. Strike one in the inside corner. Hunter gets a hold of one, and it's going to sail over the left fielder's head for a stand-up double.
Next up, number 14.
And that will bring up Brander Hilmert with 3 RBI double the last time up, last inning. And post 2 batted through the order plus. And with 2 outs, Brander will step in. He's 1 for 1. He walked the first time up, hit a double his second time up. With the runner on second with 2 outs, he steps in. Swings at the first pitch. A little bit ahead of it. It's the curveball. Looks like it's going to be in a tough spot, and it's going to land. And he's going to get to second base on a hustle play there by Brander Hilmert and pick up his 4th RBI of the game.
For post 2, number 16.
And that will bring up Jack Joyce. Jack Joyce homered his last time up with Brander sitting on second. So Brander gets back-to-back doubles. First one all the way to the fence. This one kind of in that awkward spot in between second, right, and center. And Joyce steps in. And Joyce grounds out to second base. So we do get 1 run on 2 hits. And post 2 leads after 3, 11-0.
There are times in life when being aggressive is necessary. It can help you win the game. Being assertive can help you close the deal. Charging ahead can help you overcome obstacles. But when it comes to driving, being aggressive can be deadly. Speeding, tailgating, and cutting off other drivers can cause crashes and put lives at risk. Always drive responsibly and never aggressively. Remember, speeding catches up with you.
All right, here we go as Schrum throws her down to second. Do have 1 defensive change for post 2. Looks like Eli Emineth is going to come in for Ben Sheets at first base. Everything else stays the same, and Carson Sheeks ready for his 4th inning of pitching here, starting this one with 51 pitches. Last inning, he was able to strike out the side. And gets a swing and a miss. Curveball on the outside corner. Strike 2. 0-2. And gets him with the high heat for his 4th strikeout in a row.
Next up for the Keybirds, number 23, Justin Kurgans.
That will bring up Justin Kurgans.
7 in a row for Williston on strikeouts. 9 in a row on outs.
Takes ball 1 outside. Ball inside. 2-0. Ball inside. 3-0. So with 1 down, counts 3-0. She gets strike 1. 3-1. Swing and a miss. And that will bring the count full. And with the 3-2 pitch, gets him on the swing and a miss and the high fastball.
Next up, number 13, Freya Heller.
All right. Curveball in for strike 1. Heller is the lone hit for Williston in the game today. Takes ball outside. 1-1. Gets him swinging. 1-2. And gets him swinging. So 2 innings in a row. He strikes out the side. No hits. No errors. No one left on base. And after the top of the 4th, post 2-11, Williston 0. Due up for post 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning is going to be Emineth, Doherty, and Ebling.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
All right, so here we go to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And leading off for post 2 is Eli Emineth, who replaced Ben Sheets at first last inning. getting his first plate appearance of the day. Swings the first pitch. For strike one. He gets ball, and he's going to reach on an error by the third baseman. That will bring up the right fielder, Kellen Doherty, who is 0 for 2 today, but has reached both times. An error by the shortstop, and a hard hit ball to the third baseman. It bounced over his head, but he was in position and should have fielded it. So with 0 outs, Doherty steps in. Eli takes his lead. First pitch, out to right field, and caught by the right fielder for out number 1. This will bring up Colby Ebling with 1 out. And he rips one foul, and Rusted's able to get out of the way. Pitcher steps off. Counts 0-1, 1 out, on a fly ball out to right field. Ball hit into center field, and it's going to drop for Ebling's second hit of the game. And that's going to move Eli over to second and bring up leadoff hitter Henry Schrum.
Fargo, number 12, Henry Schrum.
So with 1 out, runner on first and second. Schrum steps in. 1 for 3 today. Takes ball 1 outside. I didn't see. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. And Eli will get over to third. Ebling remains at first. Counts 2-0. The runner on first and third. Ball high. 1-2. Takes ball low and gets walked. Now we'll walk the bases loaded for Tate Barnacle, second baseman. So with 1 out, bases loaded.
Tate Barnacle.
Barnacle steps in. He's 1 for 3 today. And he takes first pitch down the left field line. It's going to get to the fence. And gets a 2-run or 2 RBI double or single, excuse me. Feltmer held up at second base. That will bring up number 1, Wyatt Kozadowski. Barnacle picks up his second hit of the day. And post 2 goes up 13-0. Kozadowski takes strike 1 in the outside corner. Kozadowski hits one out to the left, and the left fielder makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Hunter Geary.
Number 4, Hunter Geary.
So runners still on first and second, 2 outs. Geary steps in. Takes strike 1 in the inside corner. Both outs have been line drives out to right field. See if Geary can pick up a couple more RBIs here. He hits one straight at the center fielder, and we get out number 3. That will bring us to the top of the 5th inning with Fargo up 13-0.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
All right, here we are at the bottom of the 5th inning. Carson Sheik still pitching for Fargo Post 2. He's at 64 pitches, 11 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit. And up for the Keybirds will be Nikolov, Delorme, and Klumker. And we get swing and a miss. The first pitch. Sheik has retired the last 6 plus by strikeout. He throws ball high for a 1-1 count. And Tate Barnacle makes a heck of a catch from second base in foul territory for the first out. And that will bring up Kellen DeLorme. He's 0 for 1 today. With 1 out. Foul ball. We got a pinch hitter, I guess. Take strike 2. Curveball for strike 2. And gets him swinging for strikeout number 12 and out number 2, the bottom of the or top of the 5th inning. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Graydon Bowles going to pinch hit here. His first plate appearance. He's going to swing and miss at first pitch. Strike number 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball outside. 1 and 2. Outside just a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3, curveball to end the game. So I would say Carson Sheik had himself a day. 75 pitches, 13 strikeouts, 1 hit. Fargo Post 2 beats Williston 13-0 in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Thank you for joining.